Good morning. How's everyone doing? Hopefully I'm live. Got a tablet open and it's not showing, so hopefully it's just a lag. But I see the first person in here, Snoochie Booch. Thank you so much. And then we've got Invertico. So thank you so much for coming in. Good morning, Jamie. How's everyone doing this morning? Just give it a few minutes, let some people come in. Turn this back up right. Okay. If everyone can hit the subscribe button for me, that way it allows you to chat. I believe I've set it to subscriber only this morning, hopefully. So how's everyone's Monday morning going so far? Mine had a little bit of a rough start. I'm having a little case of the Mondays today. So while I was setting up for the stream, I happened to grab this emersed bin and it dumped out on me. So I had a huge mess to clean up already this morning, but oh well. Good morning, Fishy on. Morning, Silver Creek. How you doing? So yesterday I was talking a little bit about my emersed growing bins, and I wanted to show you exactly what I got from Amazon. So what I got is these seedling planters for it, and it comes in 3 parts. It's got a lid with an adjustable airflow. And the middle part is where you would put seeds. I just threw that away. And then the bottom part, that's where I put the mixture of potting soil and safety zorb. So that's what I was using for emersed growing. It's definitely not airtight. You can't really seal it very well. And that's a big reason why this one here happened to pop open on me all over the floor. So I am going to be changing that up, see if I can trap a little more humidity in there using some Tupperware containers with a clear lid. That way the light can still get through it. And so today we're going to be taking these planters, and I'm going to remove all these crypt red Wendati here, and they're going to be going into the 20-gallon CO2 injected tank. So before we get started, I've got to grab the soil. Okay, so for this, I'm using some Brightwell soil. I do leave it in water after the bag's open because as soon as it dries up, it's just going to basically turn to powder next time you put it in the tank. It's not going to be usable at all, really. So that's why I keep it in water. And so the first thing we want to do is take... Here, let me move the camera so you guys can see what I'm actually doing here. Okay. Good morning, Red Laser. Scuba Steve Vlog. How you doing? So the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking the plantlets out, and I'm just going to try to manually remove as much soil as I can. So I'm just using my fingers for that. And I've got a little bin here of RO water. That way we're not changing the parameters in the tank too awful much. And that's just going to rinse as much of that soil off as possible, because potting soil, as I'm sure you're aware, is going to have a little bit too much ammonia for personal comfort, especially since there are fish and shrimp in that tank that it's going into. So then I'm just going to set it off to the side there now that I know that that one's clean, and we'll move on. Very carefully take them out, that way you're not ripping roots. Give it a real quick swirl like this. Good morning, Scotty. How you doing? Red Laser, good morning. Yeah, Jamie, everyone go splash that like button. All right, and here's our third and final crypt. And all three of these are the same crypt. They came from the Keystone Clash. That was back September 24th, I believe. It was end of September, anyhow. And when I got these, I just put them straight in the emersed bins. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do with them yet, so that's why they were in the emersed bins. So after they're done, you can see the roots are pretty much completely clear of all that stuff, all the soil. So I'm gonna get these out of the way before I spill these. Okay. So how I'm gonna do this, we're gonna just take the soil and kind of pour as much of the water out into this cup as I can, just to avoid some mess. Okay. That should make it a little easier. I'm just gonna take and scoop up the soil with the pot. If there's some soil on the outside, it's not going to hurt. The gravity, once it goes into the tank, it's going to cure that for us. So this first one here that I'm planting in is the biggest out of the three plantlets. And I'm going to leave the leaves right on this and watch it convert from emersed to submerged leaf growth over time. One thing I will do is these smaller roots here, I am going to clip them. It's just going to help provide the plant a little easier time to navigate through the soil and reestablish its roots. So I'm just clipping it like that. There's some rotted root down here, so I'll get rid of that. And that's what it looks like after trimming. And I like to use the curved aquascape tweezers. It really helps get the roots down in the soil without pulling it all back up. And you just take and kind of work it down in. And if there was water here, water inside of it, it would move a little bit more freely, the soil would. So I just kind of have to navigate it myself and push it up over. That's no problem. All right, let's take a look at chat, see if there's any questions. Yeah, Snoochie, so that's what I plan to do. I've got 3 different pots here, so I am going to be doing a little test study to see which way it's going to start showing the submerged growth quicker. So that's the plan with that. I did the test once before, and it's been a couple of years, and since then I've always cropped the leaves off and the roots, the little thin dangly roots I've trimmed off. So I'm kind of interested to see if I had the same results this time, and who knows, maybe I'll do some more tests like that in the future. Oh, thank you, Silver Creek. I'm so glad that you're enjoying this. All right, so that's the first one there. Set that aside. Hopefully it doesn't get knocked over. That'd be pretty awful. All right, so now I'm going to grab the next one. I hope I've still got the suction cups in one of these. Oh, I don't have the suction cups for this one. I'll have to find those after the stream. But I'll definitely get a video of putting this one in the tank as soon as I find the suction cups. They've got to be on the rack right behind me somewhere. So same process, I'm going to put some Brightwell soil into here. Right like that. So this next plantlet here, you can see the leaves were kind of struggling. A big reason on that, I believe, is because of the humidity within that immersed bin. And so that's another reason I want to try a different container, see if I can't trap a little more humidity in there, help the leaves grow a little better. So I've trimmed the leaf off, or the roots off. I'm going to plant this one down in. And there's that one. So I'll set that one aside here. And last but not least, we've got the Cat's Aquatic Sprint. And she sells this for her calcium chips for her shrimp and snail food. So, oh, there's the suction cups right in there on the bottom. So I do have them. Cool. So anyway, she sells these for her calcium chips. I've got a jar right here, a couple of them actually. So that's these. And my shrimp absolutely love all three varieties that I got from her. They absolutely go crazy over it. And then about half an hour later or so, you'll see a huge pile of snails right on top of it as well. So I'm not sure on nutrition because I'm not going to go lab test anything at all. I'm just saying that they enjoy the flavor of it, I guess. So that's a huge bonus. So I'm going to pop these suction cups on that one I just planted for you. They just push on a little bit of pressure like that. And there's the second one. Okay. All right. And here's our third one. So we're going to fill this one here up. And here's our third plantlet. Again, the leaf is a little bit melted here and real stunted growth on them as well. So I'm going to trim the roots of this one and I'm going to take the leaf off. So this real thick root here, that's the one you really want to keep and hold on to. Hopefully we can focus here. These dangly roots are the ones that are a little safer to trim off. So just like that, real quick. Doesn't take much. And that's just going to make it so that the roots don't have to re-navigate the root that already exists. That can kind of, as it grows out, it'll find its new path to grow. So we'll get this one here in the pot. Good morning, Brandon. And I'm going to clip the leaves. All right. That was a full send on that too. So there's that. Can't even barely see the stem anymore in there. So all three of those are going to go into the 20-gallon CO2 injected tank, and we'll see which one of the 3 pots is going to sprout out the new growth first, and which one's going to thrive more. Anyone have any questions so far? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Monday morning. I know this is bright and early. This is going to be my regular live stream spot now. There's a mod that can drop a link to the Fish Fam, the calendar. That's a great way to find which fishing YouTuber is currently live and which ones are upcoming. So get that stuff there out of the way. I'm going to move the camera view over to my 20-gallon call tank, and we'll get those planted down in. Okay, so there's a 20-gallon tank. Already got the lid off from it, so it'll be fairly easy to just pop these in without making too much of a mess. Like I said earlier, all that soil that was on the outside of the cup is going to come off relatively easily. I'm just going to put these right front and center, because why not? I know the front glass is relatively scraped good all the time, so I won't have any biofilm trying to remove the suction cups on me. There's that one. Here's this one. And then here is our third and final one. Okay, there we have it. And I'm going to toss a snail cookie in there for you real quick. That way you can see the shrimp's reaction on these. That is from Crayfish Empire. That's one that Annette over to Mystery Snail Guardians talks about all the time. I believe she had a helping hand in making this, if I'm not mistaken. So toss one of those in. And within a few minutes, we should see some sort of reaction. Move these bags out of the way. Where is it? There you go. I put it up in the front for you. That's right up in here. Good morning, Jenna. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Scotty. Every single one of the tanks that I put the snail cookies in, it gets a positive reaction. And I have kind of fed this tank a little heavy over the past couple days. I like to show off all the different colors that come together, so I have fed it a few times while I was on stream on my own channel, on other channels. So they're probably not going to attack it as much as they typically do, but we'll see. I've already got a few down there. Even my panda cories are starting to go after it now, so that's pretty cool. So on this tank here, I'm using an Aqualight AQQA. Let me bring that in front of the camera so you can see it. And I believe this is the 20-inch light bar that they have. Not exactly positive. I'll take a look through my Amazon receipts and let you know in the comments below after the stream's done. But it grows stuff pretty good. My big thing that I would change about the light if I was making it, I'd change it so that you can manually adjust each of the 3 color spectrums on your own. But there's a lot of lights that make everything user friendly, and just a couple of options. That way you're not messing up too awful badly if you're not familiar with the settings. But other than that, it's growing plants very, very well. So I'm super happy about that. When I first hooked it up, I was kind of a little on the fence about it because it gives everything a slightly purplish lavender type look. But over time, I got used to it, and I don't really hate it anymore. So, good morning, John, over at My Fish Tank Aquatics. How you doing? So, John, I'm sending you out a package today. It's going to be this one here. I'm going to send you. It's a Crypt Wendetti brown green variety. I've got 2 plantlets of that, so I'm going to send you one of them. And then I've got some lucens over here. I'm going to send you some of that. And then downstairs in the 75-gallon, I've got a few different ones that have kind of mixed and intertwined over time that I can't identify. But they still grow, they still look good, and I think you'll have real good luck in them. So that package will go out today to you. So how many of you guys have shrimp in your tanks at home? Just curious. I know I posted up a poll, and there were a few that did, a few that didn't. Most everyone that did had Neos, from what I saw already. Oh, very nice, John. Yeah, I think you're going to really enjoy having the crypts. They're relatively easy to grow. They don't require any water column fertilization. Usually just a root tab or 2 occasionally is all that they really need. And if you have a light that you can put on a timer, that's a huge bonus. They don't need a high intensity of light, but typically 10 to 14 hours is what I run on the tanks that do have crypts in them. They like a nice long duration of light. Oh, very cool, Jenna. I love the shadow pandas. I don't have any myself. I've got a hybrid of them. They were crossed with a Serrata tiger. So I forget if Grant and Shelby said that it was crossed with the tangerine or the aura blue, but it is one of the Serrata genes because it's got the back line. But I absolutely love that coloration on them. They look really, really nice. Welcome back in Vertigo. And if there's a mod that can drop a link to Invertigo's channel, he is going to be a guest this upcoming Sunday on my stream. And that's going to be 11:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Oh, that's going to be perfect for you, John. 12 hours, that's like the golden amount of time for most crypts, especially if you're not running CO2. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see too awful well in here. It looks a little blurry on the tablet screen, but We've got probably about 20 or so shrimp right on that snail cookie today. And that's like the third or fourth different pellet that I've fed them so far this weekend. It's going to be their last feeding for a good week or so. I'll still feed the guppies and CPDs each day, but I think the shrimp definitely had more than enough of a feast before we start having some issues. I just really wanted to show you guys how effective that snail cookie is because it's really, really incredible. Thank you for posting that up, Jamie. Oh my God, Jenna, that's so exciting. Yeah, I've got rosin maiden. I've had it for maybe 6 or 8 months now, not too awful long. But as soon as I put it into Caridina parameters, it started thriving a lot more than when it was in a Neo parameter. And so bringing the water hardness down helped that one out a lot. And it actually sent off a runner for me. I haven't had any submerged flowers on any crypts yet. So if I get one, I'm going to be super happy, super excited, but it's not anything I've seen yet. Hey, Brandon. So these here are all Caridinas in here. So yes, I do feed the snail cookie to Caridina shrimp. The snail cookies have some calcium in them, so if you do feed them, don't give them anything for like their shell for a good week or so, because too much calcium is going to harden their shell too much, and then they'll fail a molt. Wow, that's super cool, Jenna. The only thing I've ever had flower was some Bucephalandra, and that was here in this CO2 injected tank. In my black crystal tank, I've got a couple of Bucephalandra that have some buds. They look like they might turn into a flower. I'm not sure. Only time will tell, but I'm really hoping because it's super exciting every time you see a flower. Scotty, don't worry. It'll happen sometime. You'll get a plant to flower up for you. I don't know what exactly I did to cause the boost to flower, but one day it just happened to happen, and I took it. I ran with it. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just allowing it. You know what I mean? Good morning, Scotty. How you doing? Oh, that's very cool in Vertigo. Yeah, I haven't had any Crypts flower on me yet. Not in the submerged form. I had it emersed once. That was a few months after I had started in immersed bin, and it was already in its immersed form when I put it there, so it didn't really have any converting to do. It just had to get used to that environment, and it did flower once for me, but that's it. Good morning, Scotty. Oh man, I am so jealous of my viewers now. Everyone has their crypts flowering. Scotty, you better be tested more frequently than annually. No, I'm pretty bad with water changes or water testing myself. Occasionally, I'll take out the test kit and test uh, a couple of the tanks here and there. The issue I have is my test kit takes 20 minutes just for the ammonia to develop. And so it takes a lot of time with 15 different aquariums. So I just pretty much go by behavior and what the plants are looking like and doing like. If any of the fish look distressed or sick or anything at all is happening, I absolutely pull out the test kit and find out if I can get any clues as to what might be going on. That way I know how to fix it properly. Oh, nice, Scotty. That's the type of fish I'm trying to get to spawn downstairs. So if you have any tips at all that might help me along the journey, definitely please share them. So the breeding projects that I've got planned right now, Brandon, I've got these panda cory cats. I'm trying to get to spawn in the future. I've got a plan for adding a rack of 12 more tanks. That way I can start actually hands-on breeding them. They are showing a little bit of spawning behavior here and there, a little bit. So I'm hoping maybe I can get them to start breeding. And also these celestial pearl Daniels that are starting to come around the snail cookie. Oh, I just scared them away. But I've seen them actively try to spawn. They're chasing each other for about an hour. Two of them, a male and a female, will be like back here in the middle of all the planes chasing each other. I haven't had any successful spawn on any egg scatterer yet. So this is a new adventure for me altogether. I got some tips yesterday during the stream for the CPDs to possibly toss in some moss and just keep relocating the moss every couple of days to let the eggs hatch out without fish in the tank. So I'm going to be trying that. And the third fish that I'm trying to get to breed out is the dwarf neon rainbows, or the Pracox rainbow. So I've got a spawn mop in that tank downstairs, but every morning that I've checked for the past couple of weeks, I find air bubbles on the mop. I don't find any eggs yet. So fingers crossed. Hopefully I can get them to start up. Good morning, Kelly. How you doing? If there's a mod that can drop Aquaball's channel, I'd greatly appreciate that. I heard he's got some isopods over there, and one of my viewers in Vertigo, he really likes isopods, so that'll be super helpful to him. Oh, very cool, Brandon. Is it kind of like what Blake's Aquatics has with the box that allows the eggs to slide down in, and then they go into their own separate compartment through the airlift? That's okay, Kelly. I forgive you. Scotty might not, but I forgive you. Okay, it's good to know, Brandon. I'll try to source some brine shrimp and see if they don't react after that. Are you using frozen, or are you hatching it out yourself? Good morning, Ian. How you doing? I think I've already said good morning, but if not, hello, Nano. How you doing? Thank you, Jamie. So the next live streamer, I believe, is going to be the Aquatic Morning Show. If there's a mod that can drop that channel link, that way everyone has a chance to get over there, grab a cup of coffee and stuff. I think I'm going to be ending this one here in a couple of minutes. But getting back to the fish that I'm breeding, I do have 3 different pairs of guppies. I've got the panda guppies in this tank here. And then in one of my Caridina tanks, I've got some Staic Endlers. And in Neo Caridina tank, the Blue Dream tank, I've got Tiger Endlers. All 3 of those I got from the Keystone Clash. So that's a super exciting event. I cannot wait for it. It was a lot of fun last year, even though I was only able to be there for the day on Friday and then maybe a couple hours Saturday morning before I had to return home to go to work. But this year coming up, I've already got my tickets purchased. The room is booked, and I put in my request off from work, so I'm going to be there the whole entire weekend. So if you guys want to meet me in person or meet Scotty or any of these other awesome fish tubers, definitely get your tickets now. And I've heard the vendors room is starting to fill up, and there's only a certain number of tables that they can fit inside of a room that already has walls built. So get your reservation now if you want to be a vendor. Otherwise, you definitely chance missing out on that opportunity. So you can find all of that on the Keystone Clash website. If a mod is able to find that and post a link to that, that would be super awesome. Oh, that's exciting, Kelly. Can't wait to see you again. Kelly, do you plan to do the escape contest at the Keystone Clash? I'm going to move the camera, so pausing it for a quick second. Get the camera back over here. Oh, that's right. You are giving a couple of talks. That's super exciting. So anyone that is going to the Clash and has a channel, I recommend reaching out to the Fish Fam and get yourself a badge made. That way everyone knows exactly who you are. So these come with a QR code. That way it'll send everyone directly to your Fish Fam link, right to your directory. And that's going to allow people to find you and be able to follow you a lot easier. Good morning, Geek Boy. It's unfortunate, Ian. Are you going to be going to any of the Aquashellas this year? Definitely tough trying to get cross country for all of these events, and there's so many events now. It's definitely a struggle to be able to keep up with them all, and that's why I'm super thankful for the fishfam.link website. They've got an awesome calendar that's updated all the time with all the events, all the live streams, stuff like that. So if you go into the calendar, you can see that there's a swap meet happening this month. There's the Keystone Clash in September, and there's about 100 other events mixed in between there. So definitely an awesome site, and super thankful that we have some awesome people working to keep that updated for the community for us all. I'm not really involved in any of the Fish Fam link other than being a user, and I talk about it a lot, but I don't put any of the hours in to keep it updated at all. I know Jenna is doing that. Matt over at Liquid Zoo is doing that, and there's several others helping out behind the scenes. And I am super thankful to have each of you helping with that. Definitely an awesome resource. Yeah, Ian, the smaller events are definitely a lot different than the bigger, more corporate events like the Aquashella. Two completely different experiences, both absolutely fun in their own ways. I plan to go to at least a couple of the Aquashellas, depending on when they decide to post the dates. That way I can get time requested off from work. Can't exactly take a flight if I've got to be scheduled for work that same day. So they need to get on that bandwagon and start posting the dates for us. That way we know when we're going and where we're going. All right, but I think that just about wraps it up for me today. Good morning, Shelby, right at the last minute. yeah, I'm going to wrap it up now, give you guys a chance to fill up your coffee mug and head over to the Aquatic Morning Show. Thank you all for stopping by. Later.